presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful day. Look at our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great week, folks. Be impeccable with your word. Manifest your true intentions. Regardless of what language you speak, your intent will be manifested through the word. What you dream, what you feel, and what you really are manifested through what you say each and every day. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials trading down 640. We get the NASDAQ off 438. S&Ps are down 88. That's a downdraft of 3.9% in the NASDAQ, 2.7 in the S&Ps, and 2.3 in the Dow Industrials. Gold contract rejected lower price out here at 19.19. We're up $2 right now at 19.36. Silver's up 8 cents, $26.80 an ounce. That also rejected lower price. And good old oil. Oil's down $2.70, folks. Broke its consolidation. You're at $37.09. In fact, let's go over to this oil market, because this oil market, you're talking about, we broke a 3-month consolidation, and this is a break, I mean, with conviction. There's no two ways about that. 34, 30, well, we're at 37. 36 is the next number. Now, if this baby gets into $36, man, you get game again at $22, which is just a mind blower. $23. That's how this thing is set up, and it is quite a setup inside of that oil market. Of course, that's not helping the energy stocks at all. Notes and bonds. You get the 10-year up by 12 ticks right now, trading at 139.13. We get the 30-year up 29 at 176.09 in King Dollar. King Dollar's up by 735 ticks, trading out at 93.454. The euro is at 117. The yen is at 106.04, and the British pound is at 129 to 1 US dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. And the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at. Okay, so what do you have here is this. We get over and we take a look at the futures first. What you're going to see inside the future market, folks, okay, is that you have a vicious downdraft. And you have this downdraft after the fact that on Friday, market, even still was down, made a nice comeback. Took back a lot of it. This morning, heads down, it tried 3 separate runs going higher. Now, when you do that, folks, okay, the market runs out of steam if, in fact, you can't make it. And that's exactly what ended up happening inside of these markets. What we did is this, is that you first got the first low that was established out here at 9 o'clock in the morning. They start buying right off the bat. We were at 33, 37 in the S&P. They banged the S&P up 42 points, got to 33.79, come back down again, didn't have enough juice to take out the low, come back down again to the 33.42, then went higher again up to that 32.74. So the bottom line, you had 2 separate launches of 30 points. Then what do? You give it up in spades. Now, the number to keep your eye on right now inside the S&P is 33.47. We're at 33.39. That number I'm giving you, folks, was and is the high volume low of Friday. NQs, same type of setup inside the NQs. Bottom line, NQs led us up. NQs, no doubt, is leading us down. It's pretty amazing, how these NQs trade. It always blows my mind. You've heard me say it when they kept going up. It's hard to comprehend of how when these NQs blow apart, man, they just blow apart. The lows of Friday, that's the number to watch, 11,142. Right now, you're at 11,130. Bottom line, did the same type of setup. NQs also had a heck of a bounce this morning. We got from 11,117, bounced all the way up into this 11,404. So big number. And unfortunately, what happens when you do get a big number like that, particularly after buying dips has been so profitable, it's a problem child in the aspect of this market can't make it back. Why? Because on Friday, they were buying the dips. They got it going pretty good. Didn't get it all. Monday, closed market. Tuesday, sold it down. Got the rally going. Sold it down. Got the rally going, and then blew out the lows. What you have there, folks, you have four separate issues when we talk about Friday, that you're buying into it, and now, bottom line, trapped like rats. Tesla, you talk about something that valuation-wise, I'd love to be able to see what they're going to teach in the record books about this one, folks. The bottom line is that, we go back 6 months ago, Tesla was at $70. This is after the splits, of course. We go from $70, we go up to $502. And 4 days, this is the fourth day, we go from $502. Now, $502, mind you, was the high when the markets were open, 9:30 to 4 p.m. Right now, you're down 80. You're at 338. And at 338, folks, you've already dug into your high volume support at 358. That's blowing that away. That said, in the next level, we're going to go after 285. And if you break 285 inside Tesla, let me tell you something. It's going to be a total mind blower because you'll go down to 154. 154 is the next level after that. And in Tesla's case, folks, the bottom line is that you are getting massive selling, massive volume. You get it all in spades. The equities that are taking the NDX down, Tesla's number one. It's down 19%. Moderna's down 12.5%. You got Clack off 9.5, and you get AMAT off 8.4. Now, in the context of, yes, Tesla's down 19, Moderna's down 12. The bigger one, I would say, inside what's happening inside the NDX 100, the chip stocks, as I said many times, can take the market up. The chip stocks is smoking it on the way down. And what you're going to see here is that in 3 days, 3 days, folks, okay, you are back to April 29th inside these chip stocks, okay? So the bottom line, it takes May, June, July, August, 4 months to get to a high and 3 days to come back to that level. That is what you call not only a correction, folks, okay, but now you get volume off the highs. And when you get volume off the highs, folks, that sets up a much larger correction inside of that chip. That's telling me that, yes, the high flyers out here, you get Tesla. Microsoft's surprising. They're whacking Microsoft. Stay right there. We'll come right back.
Hi, folks. Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 587. You get the NASDAQ off 420. S&Ps are off 81. Now, if we take a look, folks, okay, what we have out here is this. When you get a bottom that is established, okay, what you need is a few different things. One of the first ones you need basically big downticks. Now, we got the big downticks, and what's really unusual, I can tell you this flat out, what is unusual is that we got the downticks so quick. Bottom line, on Friday, first off, on Thursday, we got a minus 1883. Friday, you got a minus 1740. So that in itself, if in fact we had got a rejection of price, would have been, that's one of them you'd like to get. Well, we got another one out here today. The bottom line, you get another one of minus 1519. Okay, so what you need for a good bottom is first you get the downtick. Then you're going to get a very low trend reading. Bottom line, we don't have it. They're still buying stocks out here, folks. You get a 0.1 right now, 0.91. When you get a 1.0, that's a normal market going back and forth. Then, on top of that, then what you need a rejection of lower price. So what we have here is that you had the ticks come in, okay, which is cool, okay. The problem now is that we get a down market here. If we get a sideways market or down market, next couple days, or even slightly higher, that tick reading is going to fall off because you need these tick readings within 3 days of establishing a rejection of lower price, and then, of course, we need the trend going along with it. So the bottom line, the way this is setting up right now, folks, okay, is saying, guess what? This market is not going higher. In fact, this market wants to go lower. Now, what can turn it around? Well, I suspect if you were around in the 2007-2008 debacle, the bottom line is that you had the Republicans, Democrats yapping about any type of stimulus package, okay? The bottom line is that the day that they thought they were going to do it, they didn't do it. The market went down $900, okay, 900 points. The Dow went down 900 points to a much lower level. And that straightened their heads out that night. So the bottom line, then what ends up happening, they got it done. Then the market went up $900 the following day. My point is this. They're still fighting about the stimulus. The differential here, for sure, is that we're in, within 60 days of an election. So the real question is going to be, is anything going to happen? And we'll see how this shakes out. But I would say that the only thing at this particular point that could basically put some juice overnight into a market would be that, they come out with some kind of a deal and say, okay, the Democrats wanted $3 trillion, the Republicans were at $1 trillion, then they're right, looks like they're about 700 million right now. Let's say they're at $1 trillion. The bottom line is that if they stay apart like that, guess what? The market will force their hand at some particular point, because the market at this particular point is not only lower, it's coming down, and you're coming down with some real velocity. Like if we go over and we take a look at the composite, what you have with the composite out here is that the composite, bottom line, in 3 days has brought us back to a month and a half. And that's how things normally go. The composite is set up to come back to a breakout area, which is 10,086. Now, that would still be like pretty intense, because the bottom line, that would be down 2,000 points. But that's the breakout area inside of the composite. If we go take a look at the SPY, and we just look at where this broke topside from, it's really not as dramatic as the NDX, okay? The SPY right now, you're trading out down, you're down 8 at 334. Realistically, like 317, you should have some support, versus the 3Qs, because of the way that we went so exponential. Inside of the 3Qs, well, we're right here, 269. You break 269, looks like we're going to rip it apart. Then you're dealing with about 243. That's how this is set up. And what is surprising, what I just said to you right before the break there, some of these great stocks, man, they're taking south. They just took Microsoft from 237 to 204. So bottom line, that's a big number. Now that's coming back to the break. You get one more day like this, and you're talking a whole different animal. Let's go see where Facebook is right now. Facebook's not bad. Interesting, man. It's only down 10. So Facebook just wants to go back to its breakout area, which is 250. You're at 271 right now. We go take a look at Amazon. Amazon's actually holding up. Amazon's down $127, but this is holding up, and you do have a contraction of volume. Netflix, NFLX. Netflix is definitely holding up. It's down $7. And Google. Google's going to have some other problems outside of the aspect of just basically a correction in selling. It's not a bad setup right now, but I wouldn't be buying Google. The bottom line is that the Justice Department, folks, Google is the first one on the hit agenda in order for monopolistic practices. So that's going to be a long, drawn-out affair that, bottom line is that you can expect that there's going to be selling pressure on that probably for the next couple of years. We go take a look at some of the higher volume equities out here. Actually, I want to go look at Moderna first, because what has happened out here is this, Moderna. Okay, so Moderna right now is down $7.90. Okay, so that's going after a high volume low of 46. You're at 54, 46 is game right now, and that's the breakout area inside of Moderna. So that's not the end of the world, but from where we were, in some of these equities 3 days ago, and Moderna a week ago, it's pretty intense. There's no doubt about that. Some of the higher volume equities out here is that you have, let's see, GE's down 25 cents. You get American Airlines up 7 cents. Bank of America's off $1. You get Advanced Micro down $2.50. Peloton is up. That's up $3.70. Let's go to a few of these banks, okay? Let's go to J.P. Morgan first, because the banks have been holding up. That being said, when you get downdrafts like this, most times, folks, you see the XLK, yeah, the XLK, I believe, is the banks. 1 second. XLK? No. Well, that's technology. How did I not know this? I do know this. I just forgot. XLF. Thanks, Michelle. The XLF. The XLF, what I've found is this. Most times, that is the last sector to go down when you're getting a very large contraction or correction. And the XLF right now, down with some decent volume, but nothing heavy. And that shouldn't be surprising, folks, okay? Because as I said, in these bigger downdrafts, I've seen that fall apart at the end. Dow Industrials right now down 551. We get the NASDAQ off 409. S&Ps are off 76. Stay right there, folks. When we come back with our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Basil's going to be doing a great webinar for everyone a week from tomorrow. Check it out on the front page of TFNN. We are going to be going over the markets as well as webinar as soon as we come back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 500, Nasdaq's up 384, S&Ps are up 69. Let's go to our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, as we do each and every Tuesday at 30 past the hour. Don't forget, folks, Basil does an outstanding show here every trading day, 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, the opening call. Now, it's very easy to get the opening call, but it's even better because our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, is going to be doing a live webinar, folks. This is going to be a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, September 16th, from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in the afternoon. Part one's going to go from 9 to noon. 9 o'clock, of course, getting ready for the open at 9:30. Part 2 is going to go from 1 in the afternoon to 4:30. Of course, the market's going to be open from 1 to 4, and then Basil's going to do a rundown from 4 to 4:30. And we'll let Mr. Basil Chapman tell you all about what you are going to learn inside of this webinar. So the webinar itself, folks, is only $395. That comes with Basil's newsletter, which is a great newsletter. The newsletter is $128. And, of course, as soon as you get and sign up, the bottom line, Basil has done many, many webinars inside of where you can get the newsletters, and all those webinars are archived, folks. You're going to be able to go right through them ASAP. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Very good. Thank you.
Good. So we know we talk about this so much, but the world talks about it too. Time just flies, man.
Unbelievable, isn't it? We're already in September. Huh.
We're in September. I like it. Bottom line, always a great time of the year, fall time of the year, no doubt about that. So tell us, folks really want to get to understand how markets move, how the Chapman wave moves. Talk to us about what you're going to be teaching next Wednesday, Basil.
So just to start off, to make it really simple, I came about this because I used to hand notate the charts on engineering paper. And then I found that when I got to I counted each successively higher peak. And I found when I got to what I call the 7th waveform, that was the terminology I used, the 4th highest peak, which I labeled D, it can go E, F, and G, but D, the 4th highest peak, I found that many times the market would turn around quite sharply. And I developed this over the years. And that became the core to what I'm doing even today, even when I'm doing the a 2-minute chart on the E-mini. And this is very interesting because look what happened with the QQQ. And this goes exactly to what the webinar is about. In the webinar, we had an alternate count, a G/C, right here on the this is the Invesco QQQ Trust Series, the Index 100. And that was on the 27th. And I said to subscribers, I think that this is going to be a C because it looks to me like we could still have another rally. And that would take us to D. And D, remember I just said the 4th highest peak. That's where other things can happen. Well, it turns out that the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence, every trading platform has the MACD, just the standard configuration 12-26-9-1-1, and every platform has the slow stochastic that I like to use. And I was looking at, and I used the on-balance volume, and I said to subscribers, it looks to me like we are really toppy, but we haven't got there yet. So on the 1st of September, at the beginning of the session, I had already said to subscribers, we're going to go short via put options. And one of the reasons I wanted to do that, because it goes out to the 17th or 18th of this month, Friday, and I wanted to make sure that I got the highest probability of a turn that would be quite sharp in the most overbought sector. And we know what happened with Apple and Amazon. Just the last 3 days going into that beginning of September, it was a kind of program that said, if you shake your head and say, how much higher can they go, and they still go higher, you know that something's about to happen.
Hey, so let me ask you something, right?
Yes.
I don't mean so picture this, folks. When I met Basil, right, the reason I'm going to ask at this particular point, because Basil, we had a radio station up in New Hampshire, WSMN, and I'm trying to figure out, because I remember the first time you went through with me with this. Remember, we were sitting in another studio room. Now, is that in like 98 or 99?
I think that was in 2001.
2001. Okay, cool. I just
something like that. Yeah.
My God.
And I remember sitting with you.
Right.
And I put my computer on your table.
Yeah.
And I set it up, and we were talking because you had asked me if I was interested in maybe joining TFN, and I said, if it's educational, I'm absolutely in. Yeah. I'd worked with a partner who had been lured to Fidelity at the time.
So that's right. That's right. Chuck. Yeah. Right.
And Fidelity was a client, and I said to you, you know what, I'm in, and very soon after that we got together. So
2001. Oh man. Okay, now we're talking time.
My computer's on your desk, and we're talking, chatting away, and then I just glanced. I'd switch around to face me, And then I said to you, we've got about another 2 minutes. And you looked at me and said, 2 minutes? I said, don't worry. So it comes to 2 minutes, and then the price of what we were following the E-mini, and I can't remember what time.
It was E-mini, yeah. Because it was
E-mini,
right.
And I said, okay, watch this. I said, I think I'm about to get a sell signal.
Yeah.
And you said, well, what do you mean? I said, look, this is a peak. I can't remember. I think it was a D at that point.
Yeah.
And I said, if it turns down, and we kept talking, and the next thing we looked down, and the E-mini had just plummeted.
Yeah.
So you said, oh.
2001. You gotta love that, man. Unreal.
So that's almost the same situation today. Same technique. Of course, it's become much more refined, and we've got a lot more technical tools. And what's interesting is we went short on the 1st of September.
Okay.
They're the options, and I want you to get the biggest bang for the buck, because I said if we're right, it'll really work. And if I look right now at the price of the option that we got, it is at 23. We got in at 6, just in the 6s. It's at 280%.
That's amazing.
So that's the technique. So it's live. We do it in real time. I explain every single thing. You can just see I've got right here, I've got the cues, I've got this up channel, green line, very easy techniques, just a straight line. I'll show you where to join the lines. We did this in my webinar, the all-day webinar I did earlier in the year, and we had a really good time, and there were a lot of very good positions that were traded. We were also looking at, so now I'm looking at the resistance. Here's the pink line, and we're almost there. So these are very easy techniques. It obviously gets a little more complex. Not everything works exactly on a template that is going to work perfectly. But that's where I show you, if you're wrong, what you can do, what the patterns are, how you can use some of these techniques. Some of them you don't need at all. You just put them on your computer. You don't have to use them. But as soon as, for instance, 200-period moving average, if you're way above that, you don't even have to look at it. But as you get closer, it becomes more potent. So these are techniques that I do. It's online. Just as we're doing it, I explain everything. If you have a question, anyone who had a question at any time, I stop, I explain the question. Yeah. And even during the lunch hour, I take a little time for people who maybe are a little bit new to the Chapman methodology and need a little more time. So we spend some of that time just going through some things to make absolutely, everybody needs to be very clear about the process, because that's what it's all about. If you're very disciplined, the market can be your friend. And that's the other thing that I like to do. Another reason why we haven't gone short for a long time. You remember we went long the down at the exact low of the 23rd of March. That was the exact low. So I'm explaining to people, what are your risks? And now let's make the market your friend. Let's go short so that you understand you're more in command of the market than it's in command of you.
And folks, it's very easy to do. Come over to our website at TFNN. It's right in the featured content. You hit checkout. Basil, have a great one, safe one. We look forward to show tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom. You too.
Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
And the community where professional. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 497, Nasdaq's off 395, S&Ps are off 69. Now, this is pretty cool, folks. Okay, what happens in markets in general, okay, is that, bottom line, TFNN, we're into educating. Yes, we're speculators, we're traders, but we're into educating in a monster way. I want to show you something right now, and this is what's going to make the close so intriguing out here today. And what it is this, is that, we're down big right now, right? I expect it's going to be a little bit more, but I'm going to show you why. Because most of the time, folks, when you're down big like this, you should get a big bounce coming into the close because of the fact that, the bottom line, you're down big. And that's exactly what we had happen like on Friday. The bottom line is that, the market turned around on Friday at about 11:20, made it all the way back. The differential today is this. Because we already had, see, the first low that was established out here at that 33.37, you had that low established, then you got the bounce. Right there on the bounce, that was, you could expect, especially after Friday, that a lot of short positions basically close out at that particular point, because the bottom line is that they're in a good position, okay? When you're basically short a position, what I continue to do is I just keep bringing my stop down instead of selling out, because I on big trending days I like to get stopped out versus put a bid in, because you just never know where it's going to stop. Okay, so you get the first bounce, you come back down again, you get back down again there to the 33.42, bang, another nice rebound to the top side, come back down again. So all you're actually dealing with on the larger portion is you're dealing with whoever actually didn't close, okay? But you can see what the differential is pretty dramatic because of the fact that we got those couple bounces out here. So I'm going to go back over to the NQs, because when you're looking at markets, what you also want to do is the NQ is the leader on the way up. It will be and continue to be the leader on the way down. That's just how the NQ trades. So the NQ is crucial, because the NQ is still under this 11,142 by 20 points. So bottom line, we'll see how this thing shakes out coming into the close. But that is the differential that is in play out here at this particular point. That's kind of how this baby shakes out. If we go take a look at Seiko for a couple of the tigers out here. Now, this is impressive out here today. Bottom line, copper is down, and yet Seiko's caught another bid. Seiko is up 7 cents right now, trading at 110. I think it's 114 on the, let me pull this up. Okay, so, yeah, okay, so this is what's happening. 113, 114 is the bottom, up to 120. Is the bottom that, you can get a little flack at. Bottom line is that if this launches, if it can dig into, this has to dig into basically, you get to that, let's see, you get to that, you don't need much yet. You get to 120, you're at 110. Bottom line, that'll get you to 140 pretty quick. That's how this thing is set up. And then what would end up happening, you actually could get another launch off of this. Let me look at this. Yeah, the bigger picture is 150 to, the bigger picture here is 150 to 245. That's how this thing's set up. Now, what's impressive here today is that what you don't have going with it is the copper market. This is a monster copper stock. So copper right now is down 4.5 pennies. That being said, copper has had a monster run, and copper very well could be in a very large ABC structure up to like 4 something. I had it in the gold report today as well as last week. It's been in a consolidation, and the A to B point is in place. I'm going to put this on the weeklies. That's how this is set up. Okay. So, yeah, there it is, right? It's a monster, too. Let's see. Okay, so 298, 205. Yeah, so you get basically 93, which gets you 356. Yeah, it's a monster. 356 is the A to B equals C to D, and your swing points up here in copper 331. That's kind of how it's set up. So we'll see if, in fact, you get it. That would be setting up. If that's what you get, that is setting up that inflation's coming at us. Hot and, I'd say, fast and furious. And we'll see if, in fact, that's how we get it. This is a great question. One of the questions with the Tigers, when you're trending, this is what I do. Yeah, I'm going to pull up the S&P right now so I can show you. What the question is that if you're on a trending day, folks, right, where do you keep your stops when it's trending, okay? Because what had happened is this. The way I got to this point, you're doing good, and then all of a sudden they say, oh, my God, I got to take the money. And then when I realized take the money, I says, hold it, man. If it's a big trending day, I use 10-minute bars. Well, if you keep bringing your stop, like in a short position, you keep bringing your stop down, what I do is that I take my stop and I put it on the other side of a 10-minute bar. That's how I basically shake that out. And I've been using these 10-minute bars now. It's so crazy. Just talking to Basil, because I was wondering I've been using them for over 20 years, consistently, every single day. Even when I do workshops, folks, the thing that's crazy, I was talking to Tommy about this today, because I was going to do a time in the trade workshop, but I'm going to end up doing a gold one, I think, instead. I do the same thing every single day. So the bottom line is that when you look at these bars, what I do is that I take the S&P, and I'm looking on this S&P right here. I don't have the. I'm going to put the SPY up for a second so I can show you in the SPY, because I do two different things. What I do is that I bring it to the aspect of the 10-minute bars, and then what I'm doing, I'm looking for a big volume bar that's going to be hard to take out. Okay? So here's one right here. This is what would have happened if I was in the SPY right now, right? I would have just kept bringing my stop down, and then see this bar that would set up at 1450? At 1450, that bar had 334.76, okay? I would have put my stop there, and then what would end up happening, I would have got taken out at that bar of, what's that, at 20 past 3, because it did get over it. That's how I normally set that up. I would have got taken out at that level. Then what I simultaneously do is that if I'm trading the S&Ps, which that's what I trade most of the time, I'm still always looking at the NQs, because the NQs is NDX brings markets up, brings markets down. So I'm always looking at the NQs. Like right now in the NQs, it's telling me the next 10 minutes, folks, we're going to still go lower. Because look at this bar. The 10-minute bar just accelerated to 14,000 contracts against the low of 13,000. So that's saying, even coming into the close, you still, they're not, the shots aren't going to cover, and they're going to drill this thing lower. Come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and to help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that will take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. Today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com and hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com. Then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's down 595, Nasdaq's up 452, S&Ps are up 82. Inside the Dow Industrials, we'll take a look at the winners versus the losers. Disney, in a bad market, Disney is the only one that's putting in, well, Disney and McDonald's are putting positive into the Dow Industrials. Disney's putting 15 positive points, McDonald's putting 14. Taken away from it, you got Salesforce. Salesforce, 88 negative points, Microsoft 70, Boeing 62, Goldman 54. Let's go take a look at Salesforce. Of course, Salesforce, they just put into the Dow Industrials, and bottom line is that we just went from a price point of 284 to 240. Salesforce is into its gap. This is going to be like a disaster. The bottom of this gap on Salesforce is 218. So you're talking about something very fast and furious. Great company, no doubt about that. Bottom line, vicious. Not as vicious as Tesla. Tesla's at 330. Tesla's on its way back down to 273. You break 273 in Tesla, Tesla's going to be at 173, folks. That is just one monster. I mean, it's hard to really almost comprehend. They were trading at 502 5 days ago. And that 502, by the way, was not the all-time high. What the all-time high, I believe, is about $30. Bigger than that, that was prior to those markets opening. So you're talking about some real destruction out here. We are also going to be closing out at the lows, and you're going to have an expansion of volume. Right now, we're at 761 million in the NYSE. That's going to bang out at about 1.1 billion. And inside the composite, which is the monster out here, we're at 3.4. That's going to probably put another billion shares in at the close. So you're talking about some very large numbers coming in. And most times, folks, when you get those large numbers coming in and you actually do get follow-through, which we've had out here, it's problematic. It's particularly problematic because what we did have is that you had 3 nice accelerations up and the market couldn't hold. That just means more buying came in and people are traps. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you. You might as well have a blast with it. Come back and visit us tomorrow, folks.